Dow Jones stayed in green throughout this week, but closed the week on a bearish note when it has come towards 34,600 levels. See, on the upside, 35,000 levels proven out to be a great resistance, and on the downside, 34,500 proven out to be great support. This we discussed in our last week's analysis that this is a consolidation zone, and a consolidation is going on here in US30. Also on the daily chart, the indicators suggest slight pullback, and that is what we are seeing. So now what to expect next week? Can we expect a breakout here on the downside, or is it again going to consolidate here and stay in this zone between 34,500 to 35,000? Which position you should take in order to profit trading US30 next week? We will see with the help of charts, followed with indicators, and towards the end I will give you the summary of the observation along with the key trading levels and the strategy to profit next week. Do watch till the end. Do like, share, subscribe, and comment. Your every like, share, comment is a great inspiration, motivation for me to deliver on time every time to the best of my abilities. Also, you can be part of my free Telegram channel in order to get the live updates, the twice a day analysis which I share for US30. Definitely add meaning to your day trading decisions, and hence press the bell icon. Let's Firstly, on the weekly charts, you can see higher lows are seen, and if you discount this rise, you can see higher highs. Also, one must note that this is happening after a sharp bearish move. This is the retracement, and hence once you see US30 below 34,500 next week, stay short. We might be looking forward to a greater fall. If it stays below 34,500, we can in fact look forward to 34,000 and 33,600 levels. Now these are great support levels, and the break on the downside is going to be equally strong. Now what has happened here? See, drop. See, at this point we say that the bearishness diminished and the reversal was seen, then a bearish candle. Here also the bearishness increased, now the bullishness getting diminished. So yes, we can see increasing bearishness, bullishness getting diminished, and a break on the downside will give a very strong bearish move, taking it till towards 34,000 or in fact 33,600 level. At the same time, one must not forget this is a great consolidation zone, and this is a great support here at 33,600 levels. So what has happened since then? Higher lows are seen, higher highs are seen. So now these levels have become a critical support levels on the downside, 34,500, 34,300 zone. This is a very critical support levels. Even if it tries to break below 34,500, these levels is something you should watch out for. Below that, there should be a trend reversal, and we can look forward to slight downward move on the towards 33,600, 33,000 levels. Now let's have a look at the day. What has happened here on the daily charts? Higher highs, higher lows, on the verge of a breakout, and that is why I say below 34,500, stay short for 34,400, 300, and once it drops further, you can say that it is a breakout and a sharp bearish move can be expected. Now see, if you look at now again, US30 is trying to stay in this box, 34,000 to 35,000 levels, and hence a breakout out of the box is something you should look forward to. Right now it is very much within the box. 34,000 levels is the next strongest support, and then 33,600 level. If you look at the formation here, see, this is the zone where it is consolidated, and now it is again trying to do the same with the 34,000, 34,500 levels. So it is just shifted by 500 points on the upside and trying to swing around those levels. Now see, this is on the daily charts. Let's have a look at the monthly charts. So daily charts, you can see higher lows, higher highs are seen. So this is still a swing zone, and the drop on the last trading session suggests that if it stays in green, it can continue its march on the upside from the next week. That is also something you should note. But then 35,000, 35,100 is going to remain a critical resistance level. Coming to the month, see, on the monthly charts, likewise higher lows are seen, flat top is seen, and this suggests that any break on the downside below 34,000 should be taken up very seriously. Right now it is staying bearish, and the candle has turned on the downside. The month has half passed, and hence this time if the pull is seen, the pull is going to be very strong, and we can see a sharp bearish move here. Also, if you look at the formation, you can find the symmetry. See, body size has diminished here, so you can see at least a partially symmetrical candle with the higher lows, which suggests that possibly towards the end of the month we may see US30 at around 33,600, 500 levels. So a good 1,000 points are still waiting here. Let's see if it continues on the downside next week, because next week is going to be decisive whichever direction it wants to take. Now let's have a look with the help of indicators. What does the indicators are? Indicators on the monthly chart, see, prices were little divergent from the 20 months average. The 20 months average right now sitting at around 33,500 levels, and this also makes these levels as a critical support zone. So this is something we should definitely watch out for. Right now, if you, the moving averages are trading parallel, these are still bullish. You can see one over other and running parallel. There is no signs of bearishness. This is still staying bullish here on the monthly charts. The stochastic was overbought, and that is why we can see a little down move and see double top levels. It can continue here from the on the downside. If you look at MACD now, this is the only part where we have this hints of bullishness. You can look at MACD here. See, MACD has completed its cycle. Look at this, and it has hit a bottom. Now, if you look at since last 15 years or so, these levels on MACD are appears to be the bottom which it want to achieve always. Now, see, this time it is crossed over. It is still in green. It is not yet crossed over, and trading with very little divergence. Possibly this monthly candle can stay bearish, but at the same time the chances for a pullback will also remain equally strong for next month or next to next month. So this candle, where it closes, how it behaves, if it fails to stay below 34,000 levels, you can say this is still going to remain in a consolidation zone and should not be treated as a bearish for next month. This should be still a retreat, and this is a critical observation here. Remember, this crossover, bullish cross, has happened on the monthly charts after almost 1.5 years. So this should stay on the greener side. RSI almost staying flat. Coming to the weekly, on the weekly charts, yes, 20 weeks average at around 34,400, 34,300 levels. These are indeed a great support, and a break below this certainly may take it on the further downside towards 33,800, 600 levels. Thus, these levels are very critical, and next week is going to be decisive for US30. Stochastic has almost at bottom, trying to rise a bit. Let's see if it wants to continue on the upside from here, or there is still lot much of downside awaiting. Now look at MACD. See, MACD on the weekly charts has crossed over, trading with very little divergence. You can see the body size increasing. This suggests that the body size might continue to increase. This also suggests for the next couple of weeks might stay slight bearish if it continues its downward move. Right now the divergence is very minimal. This is also an indication that a stronger bullish candle on the upside may completely reverse the trend. However, largely saying 35,000 levels, 34,300, 34,000 levels are going to be a large swing zone which one should be cautious of, and below 34,000 is where slight bearishness may prevail, taking it till towards 33,800, 33,600 levels. Now if you look at RSI, this is almost staying flat. Coming to the daily, now look at the daily chart. See, prices, you can say moving averages are almost running flat. We have seen a bearish cross earlier, we have seen a bullish cross earlier, we have seen higher lows. So it suggests consolidation. At the same time, the closing of the prices below 2050 period moving average is a slight bearish sign. So possibly once it stays below 34,500, more bearishness is going to prevail here, and you can see it forming the double top, and then this breakout may be seen. Stochastic is looking downwards, trying to slightly hint indication of bearishness, but at the same time look at the MACD. Now this is only the cause of concern, that MACD on the daily chart, see, it does not mean that it has not seen the lows out there, but at the same time looking at the recent past and looking at the preceding trend, you can see sharp bearishness was seen here. Now it is trying to reverse, so this still has lot much of room on the upside to cover, and this is only the cause of concern. And that is why I say on the downside, even if it tries to drop, we have to be careful at around 34,400, 300 zone, below which only the bearishness might prevail. So right now we can see, in fact, 34,000, 35,000 zone, this complete 1,000 points are going to remain a larger swing zone and an area of concern here. RSI looking downwards, trying to stay bearish. So now we have seen the charts, we have seen the indicators. Time for me to define the trading levels and strategy for you all for the next week, and also provide the summary of the observation. Before I provide you the details, if you want to learn this art of trading, you should join my mentorship batch. The 26th batch is going to start on first week of October. Limited seats are available. Register yourself now itself. Reach out to me for more details. My Telegram and email IDs are mentioned in the channel and video description. First, let's talk about the levels to buy. I will recommend you to buy here at 34,650. But remember, 34,700 is the first milestone, and this is going to be the first resistance zone here. Beyond 34,700 is where we can say little bullishness may prevail, and I will look forward to 34,780, 34,840 levels at the next milestone. And if it stays above this zone, the next resistance is close to 34,950. This time I do not think so that it is going to break past by 35,000 levels, but if it does, then also as long 35,100 is not breached, do not treat US30 as bullish. As long as 35,100 is not breached, do not think of US30 as bullish, and we can see a major reversal from those levels. On the downside, where to sell? You can sell here at 34,550 levels. Below that, 34,500, very good support. 34,350, the next support. Then 34,200. Major support exists at around these levels. You can look forward to these levels as a great support, because if it breaks below 34,200 levels, directly it will land to 34,000, 33,800, and then 33,500 levels, below which only further bearishness is going to prevail. The chances of it to consolidate between 34,000 and 35,000 is strong. However, one has to trade with caution, and one has to trade as per the levels only. And yes, 33,500, 600 zone on the downside is definitely a great support, but we have to be still observant, as we have seen good swings across throughout this week. It can continue. A breakout is what I will look forward to. Below 33,500 levels, more bearishness is going to prevail, and hence take positions accordingly. Trade with a stop loss, trade with a trailing stop loss. Do like, share, subscribe, and comment. Join my mentorship batch and signals channel. Reach out to me for any of your trading or training queries. My Telegram and email IDs are mentioned in the channel and video description. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading week ahead. Do watch the twice a day analysis on Dow Jones, which I share before the Asia and Europe session and before the US session. Definitely it will add meaning to your day trading decisions. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading week ahead. Do happy weekend and stay blessed. Thank you.